You are listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, presented by Richard A. Boxshall, in which I chronicle my life and attempts to become a professional writer by, doing some writing, daily, hopefully. Hello, today is Thursday the 22nd of August 2024. You're listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, and I haven't done much writing today. I hoped to, but I'm really tired. I've had 3 consecutive really busy days. So as you'll know, 2 days ago I did all the stuff with my loft, did a bit of writing. Yesterday I had a day out with a friend from work at Kew Gardens. So I got up at 6:45, left home at 7:15 and got back in after 10 o'clock at night. It was a really nice day. I've never been to Kew Gardens before. My friend lives quite close to it, so she was able to basically take me round it. And there's a few things she hasn't done before as well, so we did some of those. There was some open air theatre, so we saw a live... It was a kids thing, really, a pantomime thing of The Wind in the Willows, but it was well done and good fun and, quite enjoyable. And caught the train and did the full loop and did lots of walking, and it was a really good day. Had some food, saw one of the new Banksies that's on display, the one that looks like a goat. I think it's a goat, kicking sort of gravel. And then I got home, it was about gone 10 o'clock at night, and obviously didn't do any writing then. And then my plan today was that I was going to do a tip run and get some more writing done. And I did do the tip run, but of course, you don't know this, but the tip in my town doesn't open on a Wednesday and a Thursday. So I had to take it to an adjacent town because it's open today, whereas my local one isn't. And I was really keen to get it done today because I can actually see the floor on large parts of the spare room now. So an awful lot of stuff has been thrown away. I also got rid of some old electronics. So there was an old vacuum cleaner that I didn't need, some wooden boarding, an old ironing board, some metal ladders, all stuff that's just been cluttering up my house as well as the spare room for a little while now. So I'm quite pleased with that. I got... it was the fullest the car has been actually when going to the tip, and then on the way home I filled up with petrol because I've got to drive into Heathrow 3 times in the next 4 days. Oh, lucky me. And then I also bought some wood glue because one of the things that's in the spare room that came from the loft is a table that I made at school in my woodwork class, and there's one bit that's broken that can be fixed with wood glue, and there's a couple of other joints that were originally just wood glue that have just come apart. So basically I fixed that table. It's now setting, and that's going to go back up in the loft. And the other thing I'm going to put back up in the loft today is there's a Star Trek chess set on a stand, which I think it was for my 18th birthday I was given it. It does need a bit of cleaning. It needs maybe a tiny bit of restoration, which might be worth getting done at some point. But for now, those 2 items come up in the loft. And then I think I'm one good solid day away from getting it all finished. Unfortunately, that's not going to be any time soon because, as I say, I've got 4 days of solid work. So I've got an early start for the next 3 days, actually. So I'm going to have an early night tonight. So it's quite good I didn't sleep very well last night, actually. So I've got a there and back flight tomorrow, there and back flight the day after, and then 6 flights over 2 days, including a night stop in Glasgow on days 3 and 4. And then the day I come back, which is the 27th, my car recently had an MOT and a service, and as I was picking it up they were like, oh, we should have had this and this and this done on this service as well. It's like, yes, lovely, perhaps it would have been a better conversation to have before I had the service, because then we could have got it all done in one go. So I'm having to take the car back to get these other bits done on the 27th, which again is the one day that the tip locally is open. So that precludes me from finishing that little job off at all. I can't even take it to an alternative venue because the bit they're doing, fan belt replacement and stuff, they it's a 6-year service, so they do certain things, but they're going to have to order the parts in, so it's probably going to be there overnight, which means I can't do it either of the 2 days that I'm off. And then I've obviously got more work after that. I'm going to Philadelphia, which means although I'm almost there with getting that spare room emptied and everything back in the loft neatly, I'm not going to get it finished this month, purely because I've run out of time. I can't go to the tip anymore this month. So that's a bit of a shame, but it'll do. But basically, my plan was to come back, having done the tip run this morning, and do some more writing, but I haven't had a lazy day for a few days. I'm absolutely shattered. So I've just watched episodes of The Big Bang Theory, and done very little else really. Had a lazy day. I'll put some stuff on Instagram for my day out, and bits and pieces like that. But we're doing well. I mean, I could have done an emergency podcast today, but I I almost think I've done rather too many of those recently. So I'm going to try and... So I've done... Where are we? It's the 22nd and I've done 4. So that's basically one every 5 days, roughly. I've got another one in the can, which I do need to use this month because I don't want to leave it too long before using it. But then I'm going to try and limit myself to one emergency podcast a week next month, no more than that. As I say, I could have done an emergency podcast today because I've got nothing to say about writing, but it's the diary of a wannabe writer, and sometimes I will have a day that's not writing related, and for a good reason. So yeah, that's me done for today. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully. I probably won't have done much writing tomorrow either, to be honest, but maybe I will. It all depends what time I get home and how tired I am. Anyway, thank you for listening. Take care. Bye-bye.
You have been listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, presented by Richard A. Boxall. Thank you for tuning in to my random ramblings, and if you'd like to know more about me or my projects, visit my link tree at linktr.ee/Richard Wright, capital R, capital W. Thank you for listening.